Hello, hello. Back to Morrowind, the TAMRIEL rebuilt mod. Hello, Green Ghost. Whee! Ow. Ngoth is Batman. Elder Scrolls Batman. I actually got it this time, Kola. Which looks... Ngoth looks so ridiculous. Sure, you could fan art this into looking good. Yeah, the Daedric pieces and the friggin' skull on the helmet. But, in-game, just a little ridiculous. Classic Morrowind drip, yep. Daedric pauldrons. I think these are the are these gloves? Yeah, the Fists of Randagulf, the Lord's Mail, Daedric pauldrons, the Helm of Arain Bearclaw, the special feathered Daedric greaves. They functionally only weigh 4 pounds, which is why wearing them is so cool. Oh yeah, and the exquisite pants that are longer than that. But because I'm an Argonian, they can't be covered up with boots. Nothing screams Morrowind like the exquisite pants. Got an exquisite shirt under this, too. I forget what's on it. I think it's... No, it's an RNG Fortify Strength. What's on my pants, actually? Was there not a shirt under here? Maybe there wasn't. Now, kinda out of stuff to do in this town, as far as I can tell, outside of joining a religious order, which I don't want to do with this character. I was thinking, there's these other towns around, maybe I could find some stuff to do there. Thieves Guild? I have not seen hide nor hair of them here. If they're here, I have no idea where. Actually, no. Ngoth can't even do Thieves Guild stuff, can he? Can he? Let me actually double check. I forget. Factions... Yeah, because I did that one Fighters Guild quest, which means I can't join the Thieves Guild now. Unless this mod changes that in some way. But even then, it might only change it if you do the optional mod that adds, that makes it take way longer. Like, Ngoth still didn't wipe out the Thieves Guild, like, he just realized it was bullshit before then and took out the old leader of the Fighters Guild instead. Yes, look for other towns. I know there's forts around.
Greetings, Argonian. How may I help you?
Yeah, hi. I don't think there's anything else in Dondrel. I could try to go back to that Daedric city, but actually I'm not sure how to. Like, can I get in the same way I got in before? Somehow don't think so. Da-da-da. That doesn't tell me anything. I could try there, at least. Because I've got quests to do there, though not the best direction on what to do with some of them. Actually... there was something. 3 ways to get in. One is a quest you've already done, another is a temple quest, third is playing a set of Indoril bells in a specific order. Okay. There's also this guy wanted me to collect Black Anther for him. To even come, like, for how big that place is, I think it's a little lame how annoying it is to get there. Like, I get it, it should be hard to get into Oblivion or whatever, but at the same time, that's a very large amount of content you're making it a pain in the ass to experience. Especially if you don't want to do it all at once. Think it's a work in progress? I hope so. An entire city that is, you gotta do kind of obscure shit to get to. I appreciate it on some level, but like...
Sure there's someone else you can bother?
I don't know. Do it now, or you can't really do it again is... a lame way to set that up. I don't really talk to anyone here, but there's kind of nothing here. People here do not strike me as doing things. Belk escaped from the pens? Da-da-da... Hetman Volan Drothel is desperately looking for a way to get it back.
Wealth beyond measure,
Mage's Guild quest is in development to get in? Alright. You're the Hetman? Oh, here's something. Here from Dondra to complain, I'll tell you what I told the others. Everything's under control, we'll track down that errant Belk. However, if you're here to do some bounties, I might have something for you. Be cool if there was a guy that gave you an item. And they'll provide a stable way to get in other than the Indoril bells. Yeah, and I feel like, a big thing about Indoril is, they kind of fucking hate you because you're the Nerevarine. Errant Belk. Well, but I don't handle the livestock. Wish to help, ask Thalolev about it. Down the paddock. He handles the Belk. A rough fellow to speak to, but a decent mare and reliable retainer. Come back here and do bounties, too. That could be interesting.
No chance.
Outland.
Alright, not added to my journal. That's... sure, I guess. It's not an Indoril quest. Yeah, but it's still a real pain in the ass to converse with the Indoril at all. Because it's literally brought their opinion of me so low, I have to persuade them to give me directions. Find a set of Indoril bells in the world. Yeah, but here's the question. Without being directed by Indoril, how easy is it to find those bells?
Wealth beyond measure.
Get out at the paddock. The fuck was he talking about? No one calls it a paddock. No one who owns a paddock calls it a paddock. We call it we just call it the horse fence. Like, no person ever calls it a paddock if they own one. I can almost promise you. Usually one in every Indoril city. Haven't seen any yet.
You waste your time. Go away.
Oh yeah. Get away from the paddock, stranger. Volk belonged to Indoril Ilvi. Not about to let some fool forward to bring harm to them. Yeah, this guy still fucking hates me for no reason. Did they just, like, deactivate the Nerevarine buff, or did they just make a bunch of people who hate you if you're Nerevarine, therefore nullifying the Nerevarine buff you're supposed to have for doing stuff after the story? Because I think that's kinda lame. Alright, Errant Velk. Not something I'd tell the likes of you. Yeah, see, it's kind of to let you avoid having to run into this stupid shit. Yeah, he just actually hates me. And it's not a joke. He just refuses to interact with me because I'm the Nerevarine. I assume that's the reason, because you're supposed to be able to bring up the thing. Yeah, no, okay, I can't do this quest then. Thank you, game. That's really fucking kind. I was kind of interested in this. Cool. Wrong house. Yeah, bounties. Chapless State of Roadir often issues bounties for escaped slaves and known thieves and highwaymen. Okay, I'll do those last two. You bribe him enough, it'll work eventually. Except that because he's at 0, that means he's also not going to accept bribes now. And in fact, even at low, there's a high chance they'll just refuse bribes entirely. Bribes aren't a guarantee. And at 0 especially, he's just not gonna take a bribe. Admins such as myself make the available bounties known. Work eventually? Yeah, eventually, a few 100,000 gold down the line, you know. A slot machine will pay out eventually. But fine, I'll go try. It's still... It feels like it's punishing me for having played the game. There. Still hate bribing having to be the only way I can talk to people. I will give you 1,000 gold to talk to me. It's still not fun. Hates you because you're an Argonian, not because you're the Nerevarine. Never did fucking... No, it does not affect that much. That's like a -5 at most. It would not have set me to a base 17 when you're the Nerevarine. Which is supposed to let you bring people up to like 70. True, we're short of Velk. Slave attempted to escape at an inopportune time. He didn't make it very far, but the Velk did. The Indoril especially hate foreigners. Again, that's still ridiculously low when the Nerevarine buff is supposed to bring you back up. Like, the Nerevarine buff just doesn't work. And that's the whole point of it. And I think that's really lame. Like, for the Nerevarine buff to affect that little, they're debuffing it by, like, 40. And that's too much. You meet plenty of people who dislike foreigners, but... I don't know, I think that's overtuned. That's the whole point of the thing, it's supposed to let you get things up so you can do quests even if you don't have great persuasion. You can just talk to people and get decent, like, opinions from them. Yeah, no punishment to give a slave and outweigh the loss of a Velk. I did my best on that count. Find it, bring it back here. Fine. Thank you, Argonian. Search this island and the one across the bridge, with no luck. Velks can't swim, especially smaller ones like the Ehrenfeld. They're probably crossed the bridge to the east. Find it, bring it back here. Velks are the property of the Inderil Ilvi, and losing his property is akin to being robbed. Inderil do not permit themselves to be robbed. And Velk would often seek out Corkbulb to tear up, so wherever it is, I'd warrant Corkbulb isn't far off. Mr. Anu Othril farms Corkbulb. You might try asking her first. Fields are just north of the bridge in between Filmsithul and Dondril. If you find it, I'd suggest taking the Scrolls of Guiding Hand to lure it back to the paddock. Don't bring just any Velk back here. The Velk you're looking for is smaller than normal Velk, so we'll be able to tell. Okay, bridge west of here. So he said bridge between Felmsithil and Dondril, but this is east. Did they mix up east and west? I'll admit I've done that before, but I didn't make a big mod. I guess I can't use that as an excuse, really, can I? I don't think there is a bridge west of there, actually. I think they actually just said the wrong direction. I think this is the Corkbulb... Bulb farm. Oh, is this the Errant Velk? Errant Velk, sure enough. Velk herding. I should probably... Alright, will follow me for 2 minutes at a time with this. Crap. Gotta go the other way. Alright, at least it runs fast. Vaughn is in oblivion because the lords of the city committed ritual suicide and bartered with Maroon's Dagon to rip their city from Tamriel rather than allow themselves to be conquered by foreigners. That's some advanced hatred. Inderil are very serious about their hatred for all foreigners. I mean, that's a specific city, and it seems like no one else there agrees with the decision. They're just too dead to do anything about it. Centuries of half-life in an Oblivion realm will change your perspective.
I see this land suits you. We welcome you freely, Outlander.
Really can't be spent. I've got it here. It was the capital of Inderil. Alright. Dude, I've got the Velk. It's literally right here. Do you need me to open the thing and...
May you find me worthy of your attention.
There we go. Okay. All you was some small village not representative of the house. There's the top of the house with the leaders of the house. Yeah, but I still can't help but think some guy who tends the Velk shouldn't hate a person... shouldn't hate the savior of his entire species so much that he refuses to give them directions based on that, when other people who hate foreigners just as much, if not more, can still be turned on that. And even if so, I think there's something to be said about mechanically sealing something off like, an entire benefit off just because. Yep. You're welcome here for now. The wound will not stop it from producing nectar. I haven't spoken with the Hetman yet. I'm sure to reward you for this. I don't. Okay, I'm not saying he shouldn't dislike you. I'm saying it shouldn't deactivate the Nerebrine thing that's supposed to let you get people up to good standing, or at least neutral standing, so you can talk to them. But it seems like no one here in all of the mainland you can do it to at all, which makes me think it's actually an oversight. I got the Velk. Lev tells me it would have taken a great deal of effort for him to recover the Velk. Will you handle it instead? Great help to us. Here's a little something for your trouble. Staff of Aram's Call. Man creature, 10 levels, 20 seconds, and 5 feet. Okay.
May I help you?
Alright, bounties. Tell me about what you got. Right offer for many Ineth? Teneth? I don't think that's a T. He's been robbing pilgrims on Velas Path casts east of Almasthir. Highwaymen on major roads are nothing new, but for someone to attack innocent pilgrims so close to the chapel of Roadir is an outrage the Lord Induril Ilvi cannot have. Many Aeneth must die. Voris Odathil, a commoner, reportedly saw her latest attack. Voris's home is on Velas Path, southeast of Roadir. Perhaps you should speak with him. Alright, go to Roadir first, then. Not on the map, so I'll just keep going south. I mean, not on the map, not on the signpost. I feel like this is wrong way. Veloth's Path. The first to admit, don't know how that works. Or where
What
specifically
is it
that.
now?
I'm walking past you. Get off my ass. That's southeast, but again, that's a very nondescript thing to say. I genuinely don't know which southeast he means. That could be any of this area. What? Well, I'll be damned. Nemeni Daeneth? Just your average spell sword looking to help out a pilgrim in need. It can get quite dangerous when passing through so many different environments. Even traders often lose their way on these roads. Tell you what, you look like you used some guidance. How's 150 gold sound? How about I collect my bounty instead? Honestly believe yourself to be capable of such heroics. Hope your loved ones don't skip your funeral. Gave her a chance to maybe explain this was a misunderstanding, but not stabbed her in the neck instead. It wasn't a misunderstanding, she just deserved to die. Yeah, I randomly found her instead of the guy who was supposed to direct me to her. That's not a good sign for the directions they gave me for this quest. Is to say, southeast of here. I ran into her and not whatever guy I was supposed to talk to. Or... House is southeast of Roadir. I guess I didn't go in a house. So many guar out and about. What is that? Oh, some rocks. I thought that was like a giant city wall or something. Hi there? Well, stranger, I've got a proposition for you. I'll bite. What of a bet, actually? See, I recently invented a new enchantment I want to try out. All you need to do is give me 25 gold as part of the bet. Catch me and you earn 50 back. Simple as that. Okay. Vontus disappears into a speck on the horizon. An Imperial called Vontus who was eager to bet against me. After taking my 25 septims, he ran off southwards at a tremendous speed, screaming in apparent pain. Supposed to catch him. The thing is that I did, but the game clearly didn't expect that to happen. And they set up him saying it hurts about it, but... more like... they didn't set up anything to actually happen regarding it. What was that? I just went woog. I mean, south is pretty nebulous. Yet that I'm kind of supposed to be going blind on this, but still. I am Agent, his eyes are on you. Perhaps help me out with the stolen intelligence report? Yeah, I guess random weirdo. Intelligence report was recently stolen from a base at the Ebon Tower. I don't care. We were able to deduce the thief was Orvis Ferathan, recently released rogue. Able to track Ferathan down to the Indral Chapel of Roadir nearby, but I feel unable to apprehend him there. The Legionnaire, especially as a free Argonian, would be too exposed to apprehend Ferathan and Roadir proper. The Indral guards would immediately recognize me as an Imperial agent. Do you understand why it's not gonna be better for me, dumbass? I mean, you can go to Roadir and take back the stolen intelligence? Seem very capable. I trust you enough to handle this order. Going to help the Legion out? Yeah, but,
This is an honor for me.
You're really not seeing the problem with this plan, are you? Like, not... Alright. You didn't see race? He's not a racist? Not much of an Arconian, then, is he? It's interesting, I can still... It's still got that, Elder Scrolls feel to it, where you're just gonna run into weird quests randomly sometimes, going on the roads, and that's fun. Not much, that's why he's here and not in Blackmarsh. I mean, he's not fucking far if you think about it. I remember Morrowind going this far south. I feel like you hit Blackmarsh before this. This said, not racist enough, send him to Morrowind, he'll learn racism. But he didn't, he's race blind. Let me see, where was the chapel? I don't know if I've been in it before. Oh, this needs a once-over. Okay. You can see what the problem here is, right? Whole city is getting redone. It clearly needs it. That shouldn't happen. I'm getting it a little right here, too. Is the hitbox of the fucking plant getting in the way? That is not... This is a mod being worked on by fans basically for free. So I want to cut them a lot of slack. But that is very gross to see. Whole new architecture set? Okay, like they're completely redoing everything about this place. That's kind of cool. Like, a lot of these passages are very narrow, and it did cause a problem. As you can see, is Mournhold's architecture with probably some poorly cobbled together new ones. Yeah... The good part is, it all looks very Morrowind, still. Maybe not this part. This texture here looks weird. Like, this looks like several of this paddock stacked on top of itself. That doesn't look... Did I call it a paddock? I said the word once, and now it's stuck in my head where it shouldn't be. Terrible tiling. This is gross. Paddock, yeah. It's a word no one who owns one has ever used. So I don't fully know what it means until I have to double check. These must be those bells. I'll try to remember this. I've not been looking at my map at all. Bells? Yeah. I want to do whatever's here real quick first. Where was the chapel? Have I even seen it? Black Hand, Tolman, Cabin, Glass Hall, Watchtower, Slave Quarters. I don't know where the hell the chapel is he mentioned. And it didn't show up in my journal, which is... gross.
Annoying outlanders.
Wherein lies the superstition. Why do you defy temple teachings? Worse yet, now we learn you are an agent of the Emperor, an outlaw. Or you just because I talked to you, I don't think everyone will. Others reach for weapons when they see an outlaw and heretic.
Okay, so there's a character here who didn't get the Nerevarine is real part of that. I have to wonder if that's an actual NPC flag missing from his dialogue. Because literally even the most hardline anti-Nerevarine people accept it as true.
What is it now?
This the chapel? Nah, this just looks like a patio.
Sky, outlander, we greet you warmly.
Be well, traveler.
Does this place even have a pet? You know what? It wasn't even added to my journal. Why am I bothering? Alright, so how do I do this? Do I just... playing whatever random sound comes into my mind. I don't know how to work these things. And, I don't think anyone's actually given me any hints as to how that might work. Are you fucking kidding me? That's what I have to do to get in. That's the wiki. Don't know why it put it like that. It's not super readable. Alright, let's assume that the way I'm facing now sets this as 1. Alright. Dear God above, that was stupid. Alright. So, I guess if they made a deal with Dagon, this would have to be Dagon's domain, wouldn't it? Or at least adjacent to Dagon's domain. Maybe not literally in it as part of the deal. Yeah, I have the key needed to open this chest. Weird, I thought I got the key. Dagon adjacent? That would make sense. Though with the number of Daedra here just wrecking shit, I wouldn't be surprised if he just reclaimed it immediately afterwards. Its own pocket realm, not the Deadlands themselves. Can you tell the difference? It's not like it's any more hospitable than the Deadlands. Ah! Bitch. Dream of a white city. Its spires lit by a sunset's glow. Its walls patrol ordinators decked in white. One woman stands among them, dressed in a temple disciple's robe. Looks out in the distance, distracted. The ordinators pace around her like water around a pebble in a stream. Dream ended as all were enveloped in fog, as if swallowed whole. Dream of a face you knew once. Gilvis Borello of the Dissonant Priests. Though his mouth moved, you could not hear the words. He beckoned for you. You caught the glimpse of Hulamayan before the dream ended. Alright, finally. Try to take a goddamn nap. This weird shit keeps happening. You knew once, like you fucking forgot? Like, I mean, to be fair, I kinda have forgotten. Hey, what's up? Rather speak to Daedra, but show a go-ahead. The people here wouldn't know or care about Narabrine stuff, so it's fine that it's not for them. Hitting the skybox, which is shockingly low right here. Yeah, this is a very short skybox. Can't even stand on this thing. Very odd. Alright, there was some kind of pain thing. I fucking forget. Has me retrieve a certain gemstone for her. Apparently contains the souls of the dead and no longer reside in this realm. Hopes to destroy it and I'll be rewarded once I bring it to her. Should start searching for it in one of the Daedric towers here. Okay. Let you know when I find one. Check the fucking towers. They're all over the place, probably, maybe. Hey, knock off. That fucking boat? We found Noah's Ark! Unfortunately, they put the skybox absurdly low again. Where'd that knockoff go? Oh, there you are. Well, ancestral tomb, don't care. Said check Daedric towers like that was an obvious thing I should know the location of. Ain't seen shit. Maybe this way? Looks like a direction to something. Swallowed passages. Okay. Yeah, this is where I found that one guy. Interrupted my inspection of the volcanic activity. I stabbed him. Lord District. There's gotta be a Daedric tower here, right? The District of a Lord. Manor of the Lord. The top step isn't lined up fucking properly. Alright. Not what I'm looking for still. Alright. Raw ebony. Raw, don't care. Hang on. That... No, I need to pull back on that. Why the fuck would there be raw ebony in Oblivion? I guess maybe it got transported with the town if they transported the dirt underneath with it, but like... It's been here hundreds of years and no Daedra went for it? That, like, is just sitting here and no Daedra was like, hey, that seems to be the blood of a god. That might be a little useful. It's not hidden or anything. It's literally just right here and people are all over this place. That's weird. The Daedra have to have smiths, because they have, like, forged weapons and armor. Unless they magic all their shit. That's where I came from. Who this guy? Some guy. Owie. Yeah, there's not really anything here I can do. Go back to the sewers. There's really not anything in the sewers, though. Another day and no work. And you seem really tired the last day of work, so, it is good for you. A 7 out of 8 hours, nothing to do, bored. I feel that. That's why I stopped taking days off streaming. I just got so bored when I wasn't doing anything. Hey, how's it going? Talking with the ghost seeing a sign from Alm Civvy? That was occasionally the rumors, not the signs. One of them might be here by now. Then again, none of them pledged themselves to Daedra or anything. Name ring. Drain fatigue used. Are you ashamed of yourself? I'm not. Ingoth ain't ashamed of nothing, yet. Ever around the Daedra is common sense. People forget is that this whole realm is evil. Keep your eyes open. If you see anything glowing red on the ground, beware. Daedra placed traps around the place. I've actually not seen that now. Secret? Would Indral Balva be named Indral Morelin now? That's probably too soon. Anyway, hi! Hi, Bathwater. I got back into oblivion by ringing a series of bells. Oh, they even have a potion of telekinesis here to do that. That's kind of funny. Really ring my bells? Yeah, okay. Hey, what's up?
You killed that Dremora?
Yeah. Indral Bulber? Lord's of the Great House Indral. Lives inside the Manor of the Lords in the Western District, also known as the Lord District. Hey, Alma?
Seems her mercy doesn't extend this far.
What the fuck was that?
Woo, woo, woo.
Are you cheering for your like friggin' favorite football team? What the fuck was that? That caught me completely off guard. Hey, that guy was doing some friggin' Mongolian throat singing.
Woo, woo, woo. Wonder who that was.
Wanna be able to throat sing? I think you just need, like, a pretty deep voice to pull it off. I throw up when I do it. I think it's not dissimilar to some exercises I've done trying to voice act, but certain ones that agitate my throat, I'll just start going... Told you have a deep voice? I do not picture you with a deep voice, Bathwater. And again, I never picture myself with a deep voice, but depending on the recording, sometimes I seem to have one. I don't think so, though. Little spittle. I picture you as... It's not that I can picture you as something, it's that I can't picture you... It's not what I can picture you as, it's what I can't picture you as. Honestly, that specific, like, emote you use a lot from Relic, that one comes to mind a lot when I think of you. I'm not saying it's how I think you look, but it's the one I imagine most with you, probably.
Outland, what do you want?
You look, but it's how you feel and the expression you often have. I figured it's more of a vibe. I don't think you look like that, but...
Another Enwa defiles Karan, I see. Not the fire would spare it. You come to laugh at my failure, creature? A little, yeah. But no other way, you need to understand this. This place is full of sorrow, yes, but what would you have us do? Bow down? No. You know the rest of the great houses are doing okay right now, right?
Like, not great, and it's not gonna last, but, they're okay. I'm Indral Bulber, Outlander, the rightful ruler of this cursed place. Why you seek me, Outlander? Hawk is always so loyal. Vice? I should teach no one. At least he's aware of his own failings. I thought that might set something off, but no, he just kind of sits there. Guess I could try talking to other people? Did I even bother? Induril Bulver is my husband. Some people who are spiteful snakes will try to cast shade on him, but I hope you're smart enough not to listen. He was and is respected by many, and for good reason.
Yeah, look what a good job he's done. Nothing's exploded.
Except everything. Look, that would be me. Yeah. Wish I could show you how exquisite the city was before all this. Its endless gardens, marvelous stonework, beautiful lights. Sometimes when I close my eyes and let myself forget for a moment, I think I see it all again.
Yeah, I think they're just crazy. Are you alive?
Yep. I tend to be that. Apparently I'm gonna be that forever now. Really thought this would be something. Maybe later. This'll probably be where they have some quests here later, but for now it's nothing. Nada. Zilch. This is that other guy. I haven't found, like, a Daedra tower at all. I don't even know what one is, frankly. There's that guy who was offering to bring me back. A new face and an outlander? Thought that at least the ones outside Kalan were safe. The name of this place used to be such a beautiful chapel, now it's destroyed, defiled, pools of lava, angry Daedra, everything I ever loved is gone, my life is gone. Yeah. Almost like sending a city to a realm of fucking oblivion was a bad idea. Who could have foreseen that shit? Rumors used to be. The days are gone. Feel a harsh pull when you die, don't be afraid, it's normal. Okay. Nothing worth keeping secret anymore. This place is fucking depressing. Not that I don't understand. There's Etchie refuses to speak. Hey, is this your corpse? Nah. Stole your amulet, jackass. I'm just gonna check, because I am completely at nothing here, so give me a minute. Found something that gives me at least a bit of a way to go. If I go back through the swallowed passages, I can get to there. Actually, getting back through the sewers might be easier. Hey, how's it going? There's earth bowels. Do. I got ghosts in here? Why do you have ghosts in Oblivion? That's odd. I thought there was already a place of that, but it's just occurring to me it's weird that they're ghosts. Sucks to be that guy. Wounded Chasm. Hey, how's it going? Thought I got one of the keys for that. Guess not. The Desolate Tower. Yeah, I think this is where I'm going. Not even like sneaking around, sometimes I just don't notice. Whispering Halls. Person Alutair. Better than the name Spider Daedra. Even if one of them is more lore accurate, that doesn't make it better in this case. Chambers of Torment. Remora Oathkin. Scrolls of Dear God. Vex Sigil Amulet. That just seems bad. Chameleon 5 to 10%, but drains skill sneak 5 to 10 points. Is it drain it from target? No, it's both on self, so that just... Spider Daedra used to be Ugly as Sin, they just replaced the ancient model. They look okay now. Excuse? I'm gonna explore here before I touch that then. Doth Sigil. Sanctuary, but drain fatigue. See, that seems a bit more fair. That. Restore health, but damage magicka. Not worth it. How did Dremora get hold of an ebony weapon? Like, ebony is a purely more... oh, maybe they have been digging some of it out. They just missed that one somehow. Alright, skull teleportation. Haven't seen this since Daggerfall. And, it really was for the best that I hadn't. Daedra Heart. Daedric Saber. Take the hammer. Oh. How are they making Daedric gear the mortal way here? Are they actually using some of the ebony and some of the hearts of their own guys? That's cool. So is this over here. Why would you bother trapping this? A glowing key. It's got good shit in it, but it's like... It's already over lava. If Ungoth didn't have those quads, like... would not be able to just do that. Oak Sigil. Fortify attack and silence yourself. See, that actually seems okay. Just because if you're focusing on fortifying your attack, you kind of don't care. Remora with a bow. That's impossible. They don't have functioning frontal lobes. I've never seen a Dremora use any kind of strategy. They're learning, the little bastards. Not much, granted. Up. Yeah, I don't have my amulet on right now. We have Azura and A-Slip's ring are both on. Ruined Berg. Ooh, gotta build a new nav mesh for this. Why do only some Dremora turn to dust? We're already in Oblivion. I know some of them are still being summoned, but, like, it's weird. And sure enough, raw ebony. I wonder if that's what Dagon actually wanted. Ebony to, you know, the ebony that they were sitting on and may not have known about. So you can make bitchin'-ass Daedric gear. To repair for his invasion in not that long, actually. I mean, it might not have been for the specific invasion. Who knows how forward-thinking Dagon is. He does seem to be fucking stupid. The Desolate Tower. This is where I came from. It's hard to tell from the angle. Okay, the Blood Ruin. Ah, look at you. You ruined all this blood. A lot of you assholes here, huh? Blackened Heart of the Accursed. The Anguished Crux. Ebony Dagger. This is all fucked up. Oh, it despawned because Summer Nerd died. This is supposed to be like a high-level area, I understand. Just, I mean, I made a character that works so high level is still really easy. None of my armor needs repairing. Guess I really haven't been getting hit, so... makes sense. Checks out. Yeah, if you needed any proof that, Goth would have handled the Oblivion Crisis handily, here's him literally doing it right now. No shade to Legathog, he did the best he could with what they gave him. But this just isn't fucking fair. Level 90 trapped door. Ah. Well, you know. Have these scrolls for a reason. Resisted the magic. Chambers of Metats Uldun. Well, damn. Not what I was expecting. Guessing she's in charge. She looks way more important than whoever the hell you are. My mistake. Hi. You've entered the domain of Lord Metats Uldun. You may speak to him. If you dare to contest him, I will let it be so. If you were to betray his words and attack him, I will end your pathetic life. Betray his word? You want to talk?
I've been watching you, mortal, and I warn you. If you dare challenge me in all my greatness, you leave me no choice but to destroy you. I'll give you the chance to leave with your body intact. So what is it you wish to do? Relieve my presence? Or do you wish to die?
I get a level with ya, Uldun. Ain't no one challenged me like that in a minute. That little Bosmer in the full ebony gear was the last one. And he was just annoying. Let's see what you got.
You chose poorly, worm. You'll soon be one with these wretched spirits.
Oh. That one hurt a bit. Sword of the Moon Reaver. It's not nearly as fast as what I got, but poison 10 to 30 and fortify acrobatics on self on strike. It's unique too, and another glowing key. Ooh. Yeah, it's like... you physically see Ngot's wounds closing. Hey, look at that shit. Look at how immortal he actually is at this point. Master is defeated. Take his key and go before I get bored. I did take his key. I really need a second Akash's to leave. That's really dumb. Or is there a key on the ground somewhere that lets me physically walk out? Daedric chest. Lord Metat's left pauldron. Oh my god. Yeah, they're enchanted pauldrons. Water breathing and swift swim. I mean, they're better than the defaults I have on. Just barely. And they have a unique appearance, too. That is actually pretty clean looking. Sweet, an easier way to get that. That's key used to open lock. Badass. They have like a super boss down here. He came closer to killing Ungoth than anyone has in a while. Almost got him to half health. Just, stumbled a bit at the end there. Dwarven Halberd. Nothing. Oh yeah, that's your little hint of down there. You gotta go through the skull to get. I think this place is pretty cool. I think they could lead you here a bit better, but that's... Oh yeah, and here's even your hint to check for the skull, because if you squint, you can tell that's a skull in this distance. I got it by complete accident. I guess I already used the one to get his pauldrons. Maybe they're all unique or something? Nah, no. I need to store my old pauldrons somewhere. They're weighing me down. I question the lore reason for his pauldrons having those enchantments on them. Like, why would a Dremora give a shit? I get they're just... That's technically a stronger enchantment constant effect than I think you could put on regular Daedric pauldrons like that. Which, I suppose that by itself makes them kind of cool. And, you know, their unique enchantment, their unique appearance, but... a bit weird. He was somewhere in the sewers. The priestess. I do not recall where. Give me a minute to remember. Actually, right here. Hello, Outlander. Have you found the special soul gem yet? Yeah, here. Yes, this must be it. Looks so beautiful, but looks can be deceiving, for this is a truly evil creation. I'll try to find a way to destroy it. Hope that I can free the souls trapped inside, but I fear they are far gone. At least no more will need to be consumed by it. Thank you, Outlander. Here, take this robe. I found it a long time ago when I tried to venture beyond the sewers. It is yours now. Robe of Visitant Seeing. Constant effect, resist magic at 10%, night eye 10 points, telekinesis 10 feet. That's actually not bad. That's kind of a good, like, utility robe to have around. Okay. All that's left is that one Daedra who said they'd help me leave if I... What was it? If I had to give them 10 of something? Find fear in the Kalan sewers. Proposed me I should be eaten by him. Decided to fight the Daedra for the chance to survive. Killed him. Continue to look for a chest unlock. Yeah, I found some of those. Thulnada has asked me to collect Black Anther for him. Thulnada. There's a Dremora somewhere. Let me see. Okay. Alright, he's in Old Landing. Should be able to get there without too much trouble, just blind wandering. Yeah, here we are. Yeah, it's him. Yeah, the fake. Black Anther. Oh, it's not growing this round. Yeah. Not yet. Okay, transport to Morrowind. Want me to send you to Morrowind? Yeah. Now, just need to figure out... a few things, actually. Well, the first one is... where the fuck do I find Black Anther? Actually, let me get back to him. How do I leave again? Will he teleport me out for free if I do? Is he your way out once you do this? If so, what was their plan if you kill him? You just stuck there forever? Like, there needs... it's really complicated and annoying to go in there. It might be worse to leave, now that I'm thinking. Noble Sedge, Golden Sedge... Orange Moss... Yeah, I don't know where the fuck Black Anther is, or where to find it. Himsa come by. Okay. Owie. Problem is, I don't think it... I could check my journal, actually. Black Anther. Flower does not grow in this realm. Well, that's fucking useful. A little bit on Vardenfell, actually. So much so that they're like specific Tamriel Rebuilt wiki stuff isn't even mentioning it. In fact, you might only be able to get it on Vardenfell, which might be annoying. I really don't want to go back there to do one thing for one random Daedroth. Yeah, fuck it. I'm just not going to, I think. It kind of seemed like the only way to leave that I could find anyway.
What's this regarding?
Your face. Ha ha ha. Go turn in that bounty I did. No longer able to drown. Actually move decently fast in the water. Hey, got it. Yeah, and he's dead. Good. No pilgrim should feel unsafe on Villas Path. Here's the bounty. Book? Gold, that is not customary. Yes, it fucking is. Said the bounty's collector may receive a gracious gift from the Lord's hand. Gifts such as this Book of Wisdom. Not disrespect this gesture, Outlander. You call me an Outlander, but I've been living in Morrowind for a while. You are literally the first motherfucker to give me a book for doing a bounty. We will serve the Induril Ilvi out of duty, not out of greed. Service is expected of us. Besides, you may earn the Lord's favor by doing his bidding. More valuable than gold. 2 new bounties to offer if you're interested. Induril style. Alright, so the Induril are fucking cheapskates. Glad to see the guy I'm supposedly a reincarnation of is succeeded by dumbasses. Well, served by dumbasses. 2 bounties to offer. One is for Khanir Androthi, the other is for Jajaba. The first one. Notorious Velk poacher who was recently seen here in our hamlet. A god named Ivalaise Thelville is the one who spotted and tried to catch her. Married into Induril. Almalexia was the blood Induril. Still, they still, like, wear his face on their stuff. Or, I guess that's the Ordinators. Let me see where they get the stuck-up nature from. Ah, yes, they all serve my supposed ex. I don't know why everyone's so sure that shit's real. Pretty sure Azora made it up. Here's the question. If Ungoth doesn't believe it even slightly, does he still mantle it? Like, does the person doing it have to think it for it to count? He's not even pretending. He tells everyone now that he's already done it that he doesn't think it's real. Don't think so? Yeah, but again, it probably doesn't matter at this point. Speak with him and learn more. Where is he? Good man, good God. He's been a tremendous help to this little village of mine. Could stand to be a little less conspiratorial at times. Not everything is a grand conspiracy to destroy the great Lord Induril Ilvi or Roadir, let alone the great House of Induril as a whole. As such, I advise you to take his theories with a healthy grain of salt.
Yeah.
Yeah, alright. Is it just this guy?
Talk if you're talking.
Fine, I won't talk.
You may speak.
Guard named Ivalaise Thelville. Know where they are? Won't even mention them.
Be
Breaks
well,
his back.
traveler.
Hate to be that guy.
At your service, Outlander.
You know, he said a guard in their name,
Wealth
but
beyond measure.
try as I might, I couldn't worm a location for the guard out of him. Is she the one on the roof, maybe? So I don't think the Nerevarine is really at risk of accidental mantling, since they recognize someone different from Nerevar by almost everyone. Yeah, but there's still the whole reincarnation part of it. I gotta worry if he gains a Heimer soul, he can't go back into the Hist when he dies. Like, if his soul stops being an Argonian one, you know? And they really just didn't tell me where the fuck the guard was. Supposed reincarnation. Yeah, I know, but... that's the weird thing about mantling. It doesn't matter if it's true. It can still work. And,
There is someone watching me. I can tell.
Just have a cooking knife? That's funny. I sneezed. Only if everyone believes you're that person? It seems like everyone's starting to believe it. Which is why Ungoth's really disbelieving in himself. I don't think it even necessarily has to be everyone. I think it's just gotta be a lot of people. Mantling works by perception. The world perceives you to be someone, you can become them. Yeah, but I mean, like, if just, like, 2 or 3 people in the world don't believe something, that won't stop it from being true. And I don't think it would prevent mantling. So I think if it spreads to everyone, even if he himself doesn't believe it, it might still do something, is the issue. Like, if the world at large believes it, people distinguish you from Nerevar so there isn't a risk of becoming him. No, not literally becoming him. I'm saying Ungoth's soul could be the same as his soul. Which would mean it's no longer an original Argonian recycled soul. Even if it was before. Keep looking at this name and forgetting it. Ivales Thelval. I spell it wrong. I did. Really? There really a racial component to souls? That's a decent question, I guess.
What?
I mean, the Hist seems to think so. It doesn't seem to accept non-Argonian souls. But then again, I suppose no non-Argonians ever asked, have they? So maybe it should. Not sure. Prophecies themselves say Nerevar could come back as anyone. Did that again.
So,
I guess I didn't check down here. I keep forgetting this is still part of that place. Yeah, you.
Uphold house law, move along. Yeah, I'm here about, the... Thought about the pen with my own 2 eyes. Took off running as soon as she saw me. Followed in pursuit, but lost her north of Dondrel. Reckon she's still hiding there somewhere. Believe she may also be responsible for our errant Velk situation, trying to help that future rug of a slave escape. I have no proof, and Hetman Volin seems to believe they're 2 distinct situations. Tried questioning the Khajiit, but he doesn't seem to know anything.
There's no time for talk now.
In cases anyone can become Argonian. I'm gonna need you to expand on that.
So, you want something?
You are fully nude, dude. There's just a fucking hole in your fence. If these things can jump at all, they're getting out like this. To be fair, Argonian is not what the Argonians call themselves. Call themselves the Saxiel. They'll just willingly say Argonian so people know what the hell they're talking about, but among each other, they'll call themselves the Saxiel. Argonians are not an Argonian concept. All Hist are Hist. Human can be enough Hist that he is regarded as Argonian by the Hist. Similarly, a rock can be an Argonian if it shows enough Hist traits that Hist deem it so. Ah. So even if you're, say, hypothetically, even if you were one of these lizard creatures, if you weren't Hist-like, you still might not be an Argonian. This soul, I need to go to Dondrel. Suppose the opposite would also work, yeah. Maybe Saxiel is just their word for the race, but everyone else calls it Argonian. Okay, north of Dondrel. Not all that specific still, game. Really hope someone will tell them a little more about that, but it's probably fine. Probably. The Hist thinks you're a loser, yeah. Oh, there's someone.
Now you die!
Yeah, sure enough, North was good enough instructions. The only risk is if Ngoth loses his Histness. And he probably won't. Probably. Yeah, I'm sure he won't, like, leave the continent where the Hist can be found for 200 years and be completely alone during that time. Even if he's bringing he's bringing a history with him, isn't he? It'll probably be fine, right? Sure, everyone's gonna start calling him the Nerevarine while he's gone, and by some interpretations, he technically won't be in the world at all while he's gone. Or possibly, if the specific interpretation works, he might be in the future, temporarily? If that's what Akavir is? It's an interesting and weird concept. Sure, he won't go native, marry a snake girl when he goes there. He definitely won't do that. He's still married to a Daedra as far as he knows.
Yeah, I got that one. Instead, Lord Ilvi will be glad to hear about this. This showed Lord Ilvi will not tolerate the destruction of his property. Here's your reward. Interested in other bounties I have to offer? A bone mold cuirass.
Look him dead in the eye while he just drops it on the ground.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Yeah.
Yeah, Jabba. Escaped Khajiit slave who was last seen on the road north of Rilsoan. He is wanted dead. That's what we're doing, is it? It is a Khajiit slave. I'll be fine. If you were an Argonian slave, I'd probably stab you in the neck.
Oh, Sowen's all the way down here. That all naming? Jabba. One thing comes to mind, but I'm not sure if it's correct. You get rid of some stuff at some point. Already being weighed down a lot. Jabba the Hutt. That's close to what I was thinking. I was still thinking of Star Wars thing. But Jabba the Hutt being an escaped slave, that's... I thought, like, no, that's like the opposite of how that would work. So I went my other instinct. How's it going?
This regard?
This way to Rilsoan, so this is the road north of Rilsoan. Yeah, I think I might see him.
Greetings, friend.
How's it going?
Greetings, good sir. Would you like to make a donation to the Eastern Theater Abolitionist Society? The what now? Ours is a small organization. The cause is near and dear to all of our members. Would you be interested in donating, say, 100 septums? Whom and how does your organization serve? Jabba assumes you don't need the meaning of Eastern Theater Abolitionist Society explained in detail. Perhaps you want names, but as you likely understand, naming the members and beneficiaries of the organization comes at a great risk to them. Suffice it to say that Jar Jabba is one of them, but the goals of the society go far beyond his own salvation. There's a bounty on your head. This fact doesn't surprise Jar Jabba, but why would you bring it up? It's clear you're not a gentleman. Jar Jabba bids you good day nonetheless in hopes that you leave Jar Jabba be. Nothing personal. Still got the bracer on.
So, I've had thoughts about Ngoth, and when I eventually import him into Skyrim, I don't want to give him, like, a factory reset like he kind of had to have for, Morrowind. Because I feel like it doesn't make a whole lot of sense for him to have it there. But I don't want to just bring him in, like, full skill setups. Like, I'm not gonna, like, fortify his skills or anything like that. But I want to give him some stuff to keep a little continuity. I'm trying to think of what I should do. First thing that comes to mind is obviously disease resistance. In Argonian, he naturally already would have some in Skyrim. I'm thinking maybe I can tweak it up to 100 and still not care that much, because honestly, how much does disease affect you in Skyrim? Like, realistically, unless you're playing a survival mod. Just trying to think of some kind of, thing. Nothing, like, huge and game-breaking. Just small tweaks to keep with the continuity. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Maybe like a corporate strength that just gives him a little more starting carry capacity. You know, not have it translate to damage like it would here. Small considerations I'm making. I don't know why I kept my weapon out that whole time.
There's someone.
Alright, I stabbed him in the neck. You did? Let me know if you're interested in pursuing new bounties. 2 scroll the 3rd barrier. Alright. Where stars are drowning. You're gonna need to be very careful on your words for this one. Field slave who escaped, killing an overseer in the process. For the longest time, it was assumed he was gone for good. However, a few days ago, an unknown Argonian was spotted fishing in the river east of Velenith. So, unknown Argonian, you're just assuming. Must have been where stars are drowning. Might be living and hiding in one of the caves in that area. Find him. He's wanted dead. Small question. The fuck's a Velenith? Oh, that's what the fuck a Velenith is. Alright. Okay, yeah. I don't need that thing. Ah, it's unique. I want to hold on to it. Tell you what, I'm going to... I think I still have it. Did I ever? I wonder. I go over here. Yeah, save and see where my current mark is, because I'm pretty sure I have one.
I don't know. Maybe she's right.
Brought to Almalexia. That makes more sense than it should. Yeah, let's mark here, and then go to Old Ebonheart, go back to the mainland. Or, go back to Vardenfell, to the main game, I should say. Put away some of Ngot's new trophies in the house Caius is gonna have a pain in the ass cleaning up when he eventually returns. Just get rid of some of this weight Ngot's built up. To be real with you, Ngot, I don't think Caius is coming back. Why wouldn't he? He totally said he was gonna come back. And when he does, he's gonna be really annoyed by all the crap I left lying around his house. I'm not gonna be there, obviously. I think the Empire will fall by test 6. I think there will be a new dynasty built up. One a bit more... So, I think it should. Don't know if it will, but it might be if Todd is following through. I think there could be a whole new empire with a whole new dynasty. But I think the Septim dynasty is done and should just stay gone.
May the wind be on your back.
I actually don't remember which boat is supposed to, get me back. This one, maybe?
You flatter me with your attention.
Am I insane? One of these is supposed to take you back to Ebonheart, right? Alright. Empire's been dying since Morrowind. A little. Talos himself comes down from wherever the fuck he is to tell you the Empire's old. Yeah. Like I said, I think the Septim Empire should just end, but I would like it if there was something new to replace it. Maybe not even considering itself a, maybe it considers itself a successor to the Empire, maybe it doesn't. Guys tell you to forget about the Empire because its days are numbered. Nah, but for real, how do I get back to Vardenfell?
You want
On
something,
your
friend?
way.
I mean, in theory, maybe I could try to... Maybe this will work? It sure did. Just Sibby from Old Ebonheart, you'll get to Vivek. I totally killed Vivek, didn't I? That jackass. I think I've now killed everyone who ever tried to fuck with the heart. Actually, no, there were a bunch of dwarves messing with it before. Don't know what they did. What am I doing? This is the foreign quarter. The top here should be the Mages Guild, which I can use to get back to... Balmora. I think in Elder Scrolls where pure regional entities and no overarching empire could be interesting. I don't know, I feel like being a regional entity takes away a lot of the... your character doesn't know a lot about the land you're in, which is a good way to substitute for the player being new to that land. I think that's a really easy and useful thing they have, and I don't see them tossing that part out just yet. Empire based out of a different province with a totally different culture could also be interesting. Yeah.
I'd be happy to talk. My pleasure, really.
You are the guild guide. I need to... Fucking excuse me? Fucking excuse me? Okay. Alright, that was... Fish got a little upset
How
for a
does
second
that
there, but no, it's okay. Alright, that tells me a way easier to get around and back between these places then than what I did. Well, I have a recall anyway, so just use that.
I see this land suits you. We welcome you freely, Captain.
Ah yes, I'm home. I brought more random crap to throw on your ground. Good luck carrying it all, jackass. Hang on, actually. Should put these next to the gloves. How did it end up? Where the fuck did it go? I'm actually a little mad if it just vanished like that. Okay, it just didn't spawn where I tried to put it. There it goes. Pauldron's there. Put the Rat Smasher there. He'll love this one. Unending. Classic. This Ancient Nordic Pickaxe. Don't need that either. Da-da-da. Yeah, this bow some guy gave me. Staff I don't care about. This spear's, like, useful, but it just doesn't have damage. Love the story behind this one. Hang on to it for me. No, wonder why no one has tried to steal from this house. Some gutter thief robbing for bread in the slums happens across billions of septims worth of treasure. It's that everything here is literally worth too much to barter with. Like, what are you supposed to do with it? Who can buy this? You know what? True Flame and Hope's Fire can go on the bench with my other cool shit. I don't know what the fuck this thing is. It looks exactly like Wraithguard, but it doesn't work. I don't know where I got these arrows, but I'm putting them in this basket. Alright, that was like 300 bramble plinths. There we go. Fabian mentioned, yep. Stuck in my head. These are the jumps I'm used to. I will continue calling them bramble plinths because of him probably forever. I might do that in all games, but I'll definitely forever do it for Morrowind. And probably Skyrim and Oblivion too. Hell, I ever give Daggerfall another look through. I know there's some good Daggerfall mods out there. Ever do that, might call it there too. I'm making the classic Morrowind mistake of trying to go in a straight line to get to where I want to go. It just doesn't work. Unless you can fly. Which I can, but I'm trying to explore the normal way. Yeah, Villanith is where I'm going. Might be the wrong way. Yeah, it's kind of going nowhere near where I'm trying to go, so starting to think it's wrong turn somewhere. And see like a signpost just kind of going off vibes right now. Let's try this way instead. This seems more in line with the general direction I'm trying to go. Or maybe not. It seems to go straight east, which is also not where I want to go, but let's find out together. Oh yeah, you. Oh, wait. Oh, I must have missed this part. Actually, I realize you'd attract more attention than I would do. The Legion uniform you're wearing, you won't be able to stalk this target unnoticed. Yeah, that must be why I couldn't do the quest at all. It's not really a uniform, you know. Good. Orvis Ferathon is hiding out somewhere in Roadir. Get there by following this road west, turning right into Aravan and continuing along the dirt path heading north and then west. If possible, you should ask around Roadir for his location. Sure to go about discreetly. Legion won't cover any bounties you rack up while doing this mission. Don't care whether he lives or dies, but don't get caught. Turn successfully, you'll be assured that the Legion won't forget your help. Sure, why not? Okay, explains why I couldn't find any info in my journal on the guy. Ugh. Let's take off the armor. And I got a nice shirt. That is a good attention to detail. If you're wearing Imperial gear, he'll be like, actually, you attract more than I do. Still an Argonian, though, jackass. If anything, I'm more Argonian than you. Let's try asking random strangers about the guy. Excuse me, slave? Okay, this guy's the rickshaw carrier.
What
Yeah.
is it, Mutsara?
You know what? He's lucky, because they haven't animated him, they haven't implemented the guy actually going in his rickshaw, so essentially you just get to stand here all day as your slave job.
Will this take long?
Seen Orvis anywhere? Who? I guess not.
Outlander.
Seen Orvis anywhere? Never heard of him. Okay. Yeah, this person who's missing a important flag. Really? Fucking... There we go. Now, familiar with him? Staying at the servants' hall here in Roadir. Thank
Go
you.
ahead, Outlander. What do you need?
Statesman's Hall, Warriors Hall. Crossing of Lamps. Layover Post. Coleman's Hall, Black Hand Hall. Watchtower. Just fill some of this in so there's not giant black spots I'm always questioning. Dang it. Overconfidence in your jumps
What
is,
is this regarding Argonian?
Overconfidence will fuck you up. You think you can jump all the way up there. But you can't.
So, you want something?
Good. Sanctum. Not what I'm looking for. Oh, levitation wore off. Oh dear. It's alright. Goth has permanent water breathing and swift swim, which I feel like Argonians should have had anyway, but I know logistically why they didn't do it like that just yet. Where are the servants' quarters? Da-da-da, minor tributary of the Thier. Da-da-da. Under the Vol, along the road, Lake Andren, No? Not the crossing of lamps, is it?
Whatever it is.
That would be weird.
Talk if you're talking.
What is it, traveler? What do you seek?
Talk if you're talking.
Okay, we have to do this again. Been a hot minute since I had to do that.
What say you?
Always guards who cause it to happen. Make me toggle no clip, just frickin' move through a room. Dang it, the Servants' Hall. I haven't seen a Servants' Hall. Statesman's Hall. Warriors' Hall. Pullman's Hall. Black Hand Hall. Sanctum. Watchtower. I don't see a Servants' Hall. Did they change the name but forget to change it for dialogue? What's the guy's name again? Orvis Farathon. Oh, can only be accessed through the Statesman's Hall. That's annoying. I had to look that up. Fucking hate Roadier? Yeah, at least it's the next place they're fixing, apparently. Hopefully when it's redone, it'll suck less.
So,
you can hope.
You want something?
Annoying Outlanders.
Cool-ass painting. So what is that? What the fuck is that pose he's doing? Yeah, no, the architecture looks cool, it's just... it's a nightmare to navigate.
What is it, traveler? What do
Pose
you
Almalexia does a lot? Ah, I see.
Will this take long? Oh,
Talk
come
is
on,
free. What do
leave
you
me
want?
alone.
I gotta go from the spire or something? Do I gotta slay this spire?
Outlander.
Looks like a Naruto jutsu. Yeah, it looked cringe as hell. To be fair, they're based on, like, I think they're loosely based on Buddhist things. Or, actually, the Naruto ones are based on, like, ninja
I'm sure there's someone
signs.
else you can bother.
But those might be based on Buddhist hand signals. Which themselves, I think, are based on, I forget what that religion is called, like the official name. Like the Indian religion that predates Buddhism. I can never recall what its official name is. Alexia with her shadow jutsu on ya. Would've helped her if she'd bothered using anything other than sword. Hinduism? I want to say yes, but I'm worried it's actually not Hinduism. It might have been a different one. But it's probably Hinduism. The one I'm thinking, and if I'm wrong, correct me, someone. The hell are the servants' hall? We have to go through the craftsman's hall to get to the servants' hall, maybe?
Will this take long?
Oh, shut the fuck up. Like, check the clerk's hall. Leads to the craftsman's hall.
Leave me.
Oh my god. Whoa. I mean, leave. This isn't trespassing. Statesman's hall. Servants' hall. God. Really narrow quarters you have
is
to
this
toggle
about?
the no-clip to get through.
Outlander.
What the fuck is wrong with your face? I believe I've seen Argoni with such a grand outfit in some time. Can I help you? Orvis, right? There's a Sikhism and Jainism. Yes, Outlander? I think that's a good name. Hall and Oaths. Hey, the shit you stole. You mind your own affairs. Give me the report. Why should I do that? You don't pose a threat to me, Outlander. God, you're stupid. You mind? We're having a private conversation here. You're being really
I'm
fucking
listening.
rude about it.
Go ahead.
Go away. I'll be damned, he didn't even have it on him. I totally didn't need to kill that guy. He just left it on his bed.
Outlander.
Yeah, these incredibly narrow corridors that you have guards patrolling, not a good idea. Let's put that back on. Well, that's a Thieves Guild guy. Drink of water. Here's your thing. We're glad to see this report back in my hands. Afraid that I'm traveling light and have very little money on me. Credit to my superior, Ulfler Steelskin, the Ebon Tower, and Old Ebonheart for a reward. I don't care. I was doing other shit, just stopped by because I realized. Try you again. Alright, hey. Escaped slave, right? The girl to the east called Sodium, maybe he's in there? That's where I would hide.
What is this regarding, Margot?
Yeah. I'll see what explanations he's got. We could fake his death, I'll totally do that. That doesn't look like a grotto. The fuck is that? Yeth grub. Wings look like a fucking face. It's gross. Propylion shit here? I guess there's no reason it can't be here, but still.
This will be the end of you.
Not if I stab you first. I'll stab him. Iron Spark Mauler. Ah. It's glowing because it's a little magical. Like, that's a big deal.
I'm not giving up that easy.
Oh my god, someone actually using a crossbow.
You
Saidengoth probably still wants at least leveling up sometimes. It won't do anything at this point, but be funny. Oh, boatload of gold in here. Boatload of gold. Nah, I don't care. Oh, they was gambling. Well, all cards on the table. Looks like Ngoth was the winner. Didn't mean to take the dice. Roll them. I was hoping there'd be a random texture every time. That'd probably be really hard to actually do, but I wanted to check. This is the kind of Easter egg I wouldn't expect to happen. You imagine foreigners fresh off the boat in Almasthir. When you're leading them down Velis path tomorrow morning, we'll be waiting. Don't screw this up. Gospel of Saint Velith. Man, these guys were actually kind of set up not half bad. Okay, at 50, I feel it's worth checking. There's a mod that makes the dice actually roll, but it's surprisingly complex to make that happen. Yeah, no, I'm actually not surprised how complex that is. Like, you've basically got to randomize its texture every time it loads in. And that is not something Morrowind really wants to do, I don't think. Would not really be ideal to do with base game scripting, because scripted objects cannot, like, stack in the inventory. Yeah, it's like... I was hoping for it, but the more I thought about it, I 100% see why they wouldn't even try. Like, anyone who did mod that in, that's gotta be pain in the ass to have done. No randomized textures, you rotate the object when it's placed. That's not better, is the problem. That's really not that much easier. If anything, you might have if anything, that might be an even harder way to do it than what I was suggesting. And when I say randomize, I mean just have a different version of the texture where I suppose you'd have to do one for every possible outcome, which would be 36 different outcomes. Just load randomly which one. Which maybe for Morrowind wouldn't be easy, I will grant you. But physically moving it? That seems like something Morrowind wants even less, actually. Alright, that's the Propylon chamber. The 3D object, just rotate the object. I don't know. That's harder than it sounds, I think. Made a flippable coin mod that does it by rotating the object? Okay, fair enough, but that's a coin. This is 2 different dice. More complex with a die, obviously, but someone had to do it. I don't think you really had to, but appreciate the effort. Yeah, east was not a good enough descriptor for where the hell this grotto is. There's east of here. How far east? Before or after the Propylon chamber? Two die together might be undoable because you can't separate the two. Yeah, that's more what I was... That's kind of where I was going with it. Like, can you really rotate those in a way that you can get all the outcomes? Because they're one object in the world. I think textures would have to be the way you do it if you don't want to really do some different stuff.
Spit it out or hit the road.
Go ahead. Speak.
Then again, I don't know if that's something Morrowind even wants to let you do. I'm just, like, going up and down here, hoping I run into whatever grotto. Grotto to the east called Sodi. Yeah, just really... And Sodi wasn't, like, a topic I could bring up. At least not with her, I guess. Is anything? Dark hole. Okay. Yeah, this is where I'd hide. Lots of water, which means only an Argonian could chase you, really. Unfortunately for him. Whoop. Decided I don't care about knife skill anymore. Roll with Dice mod has been based on your coin flip mod scripting. That mod used the singular die item, not dice. Ah, for singular die, that'd be a lot easier. Because it's 6 times fewer iterations you have to worry about.
What is it? What do you want?
Like, you literally have to square your iterations on that.
Live in this cave. I fish and bother no one. I'm free now. Yes, it's good life. You sure, dude? Indra put a bounty on my head? Must be here to collect it. I don't know what gods you pray to, friend. For their love, I ask you to leave me in peace. I've done nothing wrong. Told you killed an overseer? Like I said, I did nothing wrong. That Dunmer I killed was a slave driver who held the key to my shackles. Cruel man who thought he was my master. But I'm the master of my own self. Killing him was the only way I could escape. So I avenged countless lives by spilling his blood. I don't regret it.
Yeah, no. I get it. Like, I was kind of saying. Alright. Thank you for understanding. Take this rare pearl I found in the river. I have no use for it, but perhaps you can sell it for a good price. Please, go and tell whoever sent you here that I'm dead. They'll reward you, and I get to live free and in peace. Everyone wins. Yeah, just try not to get seen. Can't roll the 2 dice separately if they're the same item. Once some faces, one of the die will just be floating. Yeah, if you try to do it the way you did it, that's why I'm saying I think you'd have to do it the way I suggested, where you literally make new, or you alter the, like, textures, and you'd have to go in and... This would definitely be a pain in the ass and not easy to do. I'm not acting like it's easy in the slightest, because I don't think Morrowind has this function kind of built into it. But you'd have to make it so that it loads a different texture every time you place it down. Fish, got a favorite D&D class. Ooh. It largely depends on the edition, honestly. Like... Acrobatics is hella high, huh? Yep. Hey, vintage. Let's assume 5th edition. Whee! Goth the Third got them hops. He's gonna come back from Akavir and realize that gravity works differently in Tamriel than it used to. The Hexblade Paladin, if you want to be a dick, you could be a Hexblade Paladin multi-class. Like, dip a little bit into Hexblade just enough to get, like, Life Drinker, and then everything else into Paladin for your Holy Smite. And no DM will want to do anything for you, because it is one of the strongest melee setups in the entire game. We're going with original 5th and not updated 5th. I understand it's one of the weaker classes, or at least it was one of the weaker classes until Tasha's, Ranger. I really liked Ranger, because I liked Animal Companion, and it was the first class I ever really got to play when I finally got to play 5th edition some. I've mentioned this build before, though I don't know if I've mentioned it on stream. I was a halfling with a wolf animal companion, Beastmaster, and took mounted combatant, and he just had a spear and a shield on the back of a wolf. He was highly mobile, and the lower levels had several very good attacks per turn. I'm sure as things scaled up, the wolf's attacks would start being not worth it, because they never become magical, although it's not as... Actually, no. They do eventually become magical, but you never get, like, pluses on them. But that's not as big a deal in 5th edition. Went on back to the radio station you were working at to throw together a demo for the new radio station you're interviewing at on Tuesday. That is a power move. I'm magical. Thanks for noticing, Bathwater. Yeah, that setup was really fun for me, and not a lot of people use it, but like where your animal companion is medium, so you can still bring them into most dungeons. Because a large one isn't going to fit through, like, the 5-foot wide hallways a lot of dungeons are going to have. But if they're medium, and you're small, then it works. You can get fired or quit, just graduate out of a student worker position. Yeah, but it's like going to your old job to get the demos, like, to make the demos for your new job is... There's some power behind that. Also, they talk, sometimes they'll go get tacos. Okay, so, still. Ranger in theory sounds very cool to you, but you've yet to actually try it out. Yeah, the other thing, my big interest in Ranger, like, the animal companion, in, like, Baldur's Gate 3, you can't do half of the animal companion stuff. They try to give it stats to keep it, like, comparable to what you can... They try to keep it on level with you a little bit, so it's a little better in combat than the other stuff, but, like... I don't know, a lot of the utility of Ranger is gone in Baldur's Gate 3, and they've just made it more combat useful. It's not bad, but, you know. Yep. Totally killed him. Very good, here's your reward. Keep collecting powders, you'll gain his illuminated lordship's favor. Giant Barbarian in BG3 is fun, you like throwing things? It's pretty cool. Asethal Tiavlich. Alright. Rosemary Thief has been stealing from local farmers for several weeks now. Those have broken into a number of ancestral tombs, defiling them. Till recently, he's remained elusive and near invisible. However, one of our farmers apparently has had visions of his whereabouts. Farmer's name is Ralis Deravo. Lives and works in the surf hamlet of Villanith.
3 blessings.
Want to do a throwing build in BG3? BG3 is probably the only place you can make throwing work, is the problem. Because in normal 5e, you need so much to align to make it work. Operations Manager now handling all the stuff you were handling, he hates it. Ah. You become an efficiency maxing wretch and your plans never come to fruition. Yeah, that holds me back a bit too. Honestly, what manages to, just do Storm Sorcerer again? I tried to do, like, a Storm Sorcerer mixed with Tempest Cleric. It's a hard multi-class to do in terms of what stats you need, but it's fun if you get it to work. Because they've got passives that work with each other, and access to some pretty strong spells. Really love the idea of being the storm. Yeah, like, ironically, the way I'm playing Ngoth, as like a heavy armor two-hander guy, that's kinda how I never love playing, in basically any game. Like, 9 times out of 10, I prefer to be magical or faster. Like, Ngoth still has, like, magic chops to him. He can cast some decent spells, utility stuff. But he's never very aggressive with it. I think it mainly stems from... magic just wasn't very good as an offensive option in Arena, solely because it's really hard to get your magic back. That's this conflict where you think magic's cool, Also think it'd be simpler and better to just hit people, usually with a long sword. Yeah, people will often try to say that, like, spellcasters are so absurdly powerful in, like, D&D. It's like, why would they ever bother playing... like, you're never going to be that strong as a martial class. And then I will point out to them that, while yes, you're like 20 intelligence wizard can probably tear open the fabric of reality and just hit someone with the idea of reality itself breaking. But here's the thing. A fighter of the same level can take that and not flinch.
I'm listening. Go ahead.
I think you can just mix the two, then you lean to the sword, and in the end miss out on the best of magic or martial. Well, it's Darville. Can I ask you about them? Probably not. Reality breaks every Thursday. Person not have a house? Oh, wait. Here's a thought.
One of my ancestors came to me in a dream not too long ago, saying that name over and over. Haven't been able to get it out of my head since. My ancestor wouldn't have awakened unless someone disturbed his rest, so I believe whoever that name belongs to has been bothering my family's tomb. Probably still there in the Darville ancestral tomb, close by. Tomb is to the south of here, northeast of Amra.
Focusing on pure damage, causing offensive magic too much, missing the potential of magic. Yeah. Like, one build, I've never really... I've never been able to play it, but a build I was always interested in doing was, for 5th edition, was a Abjuration Wizard. A wizard entirely focused on making shields and the like to protect himself and his allies. Like, yeah, he can still cast offensive magic, but a lot of his bonuses would be, oh, my friend was about to get hit? Now, no they weren't. Doom is just northeast of Imra. Alright, so I should be able to find it decently. The Nuh-uh class? Yep. Usually anathema to making me, the main character, a primary support role. Well, that's kind of why I've never been able to do it in a video game, because playing a support role when I am the protagonist feels really weird.
You want something, friend?
But that's one I would play in like a proper game with people, where me being support does not lend me away from the spotlight automatically. And it's not necessary for me to feel the need to be overly important. Though to be fair, I wasn't the main damage dealer when I was playing Rogue Trader. I tried to be, but I ended up being utility a lot of the time. Time to burn a CD like it's 2012? Jeez. I don't even have a disk drive in my current computer. Darville Ancestral Tomb. Do like being an officer, vanguard, and rogue trader, though. Being a leader and warrior. Are you fucking kidding me? Don't mind being a support class in BG3? And it feels a little weird where, like, the cutscenes will always kind of show you having been in the fight. Some at Walmart for like 20 bucks, free real estate. I also don't really need one is the other thing. This is really fucking annoying. Like, really? They locked the one I have to go into? Come on. Imagine using a party member as party face. Yeah, that's a big thing. Is like, in those kinds of games, it's hard to not be the party face. Luckily in the Owlcat ones, it always still seems like you're the one talking. It just sounds like the other person is just helping you with that part. Alright, I gotta use one of these because... God. I cannot believe that. That adds nothing to the game. That's just go do the shit. I never liked they do that in this. He's already dead. Who re-locked it behind him? That's stupid. If you already broke in, it should be unlocked. That is actively just... I do not agree with that as a design choice. There's no excuse for it being locked there. What, did the ghosts relock it? Lockpicking scrolls? Yeah, you know, the lockpicking scroll I had to, but at 60, you don't have that many that can do that. Custom spell, custom enchanted item are enough. I'm saying there's no excuse for it to be locked behind him. They can't even use doors. Why were they shouting at someone if they already killed the guy? I do not agree with you on this. I think locks should be for bonus stuff. It should not be necessary to do a quest that did not imply at any point you might need one. I think it's just annoying. Because 99% of quests, you don't need that. Ugh. Ample ways to get around a 60 lock. Think it's fine to have a little friction other than combat itself. I'm not saying not a little friction, I'm saying 60 is just at the breaking point where the spell I have won't work. Where the only option I have is now I have 50 and I have 100, and that's it. And despite my having looked for such things, I have to make a custom thing if I want to get through anything between the two without wasting the 100. And I don't like the idea of being forced to do the custom things, because the custom things are really overpowered, and I'm trying to avoid doing them. When the friction is, I have to leave and go like 40 miles away to go make something, or go buy something and then come back, that's not really a challenge so much as it is, again, just annoying. It's like, it runs into the lockpicking problem, where if it's necessary to do the quests all the time, then everyone has to get it. Not fair to blame the game because you don't want to use a mechanic it gives you. Custom spell making is a very normal thing. Always have custom open 100 spell. Have you used the lockpicking skill? Buy a custom enchanted object. Yes, yes. Alright, I fucking get it, Quilla. You can get off my ass about this. We disagree. Let it end. And I am stockpiling the scrolls. I just don't like using the 100 ones. The only ones I appear to have at all. I don't know what I did with the other ones. I guess maybe I threw them away like an idiot. I'll just say I killed him. Hey, your bounty farmers be sleeping peacefully tonight, thanks to you. I know when you're ready to pursue new bounties. Yeah, sure. Hengor the Outlaw. Gotta go find a case? Alright, Vintage. Highwayman who's been robbing travelers on the road to the Nav Anderim Peninsula. Is wanted dead. The what?
I am never too busy for a good talk.
Okay, that. At least it did mark that, so I know what the hell he's talking about. Got a recalled back here. Honestly,
Please, by all means. I'm listening.
an alteration should be decent. Yeah? There. Now I can stop complaining about it. Make it on touch, on target will make it cost more for no real benefit. I didn't even look what I did. Because I have zero chance to do it, because my magic is too low right now.
Hello there. How are you?
Yeah, I messed it up. Didn't mean to jump.
Oh,
I
greetings.
last
How do
saved
you
too
do?
long ago to
Maybe
undo that.
talk?
There. Just hope I remember which one's which. Totally put this on a tape. No way to put audio on a tape. Who has tape anymore, even? Hold shift and click on a spell in your spell menu, you can delete the spell. There we go. Radio stations. I feel like most radio stations don't even have it. But then again, I also have difficulty believing radio stations still exist a lot of the time. How do they make money? I know literally it's from advertisers, but why are advertisers paying to be on that? Who listens to radio? Not often, they don't tend to like them. Okay. World is screwed, man. Kids don't listen to the fucking radio anymore. Records you can pick right where you want it to start without trying to search for the spot. Same with CDs. There's also, like, records also have, like, an actual different but still good sound to them. I feel like tapes are actually worse quality. Compression is a big thing too. Yeah, I feel like you have to compress things on a tape. But on like a full vinyl, compression's not really a thing because it's not digital. It is a different sound. Like, maybe not a fully accurate sound, but it's a difference that people kind of like. You have a record player? My brother has a record player. He has AC/DC records that he plays on it. So I think it's a normal thing to own, because records are actually a genuine alternative. You don't own a record player? I mean, I don't. My brother does. I just don't... Alright, so my music taste is too eclectic to be pinned down by any service. I've mentioned this before. The stuff I listen to is weird and not related to each other. Now I want to put down the money for the unique sound quality. It's not that expensive. Like, if you're just not interested, that's fine, but it's really not like a pricey venture anymore. Like, original vinyls that were, like, produced way back when, those are gonna hold up, but that's just because of their age, like, the value of that. Making new ones is not that hard. Do you need one if you're trying to buy weird shit from thrift stores, Music Edition? Fuck is this? Dear sir and or madam, I bet that you won't be able to unstuck this axe from this tree stump. If I couldn't do it, no one can. Battle axe of strength. Okay. Oh hey, that's the guy I was looking for. Eat a Hengor's stash. They're like... boatload of gold, sapphire, rubies... Induril amulet. Interesting. I was just sleeping behind this rock waiting for people to try the axe. I was like, I've done this before. Paralyzed for a few seconds. Oh, that's what we're doing. Bolt shoots into him, bounces off of his skin. Sure about that one, buddy? Second bolt goes through. Alright, he's doing this. He actually runs over and starts trying to stab Ngoth, but by then the paralysis is worn off. With the spear, runs him through, almost killing him in one shot. Now, what have we learned? Give me your... Alright, done with you. And then swing. And the outlaw was no more. recall spell. It's not gonna kill me to use it. Just, it has a failure chance. I got him.
Good, here's a bounty. One more?
Cure paralyzation, that would have been useful before. Cheap potions of feather.
I'd offer for Turridus Esdrecus. His illuminated lordship in Ilvi will pay handsomely for the outlaw under his head. What'd he do?
One sec. I had to turn on lights. Okay, I'm back.
Alright. Burial named Turridus Esdrecus. Stolen Punavit jugs from the Induril Ilvi's own chapel estate. Go to Roadir and seek out a bard named Vanakil Faris. Claims to have seen the incident firsthand. Kill the Imperial scum and, if you're able to find him, return the jugs to either Lord Ilvi himself or to any hetman in the chapelry of Roadir. Vanakil? Look for the bard.
Go ahead.
Yeah, bard, that's real fucking specific.
What, did he go to college for it? I bet he learned jack shit.
Actually, no, he probably learned a little bit about everything, but none of it was useful. Bard's College... There's so little to it in Skyrim, it doesn't even deserve to be called a faction quest, frankly. If you do it early-ish, like before you've maxed out a bunch of stuff, it can get you... Hell, you can get a level off of it. Maybe you do all the different stuff to get all the skill levels. So it's a little useful for doing that. Or really late, where a bunch of stuff is near max. Bards, D&D. I actually have this character concept for a 5th edition Bard, though I couldn't make it still work in Pathfinder or anything else. I have this concept of a Bard, so...
Come on, fight!
The fuck was that? Oh shit, it's the guy I'm looking for. I didn't even find the Bard. He was just on the road I was going on. Anyway, so my general opinion on bards is that, I like the concept, but I feel like too many people are stuck on one specific part of them, and that's making it so the only way they can get their magic is via via instrumental performance. But that's not how bards are supposed to work. They're supposed to get it from artistic studies. Like, any expression of art should let them do it. But everyone only ever goes to music, and when I try to... everyone always goes to instruments. And there's been a few times I've, tried to put something outside of instruments, and, you're still gonna have to play an instrument to get your magic. And it's that's not how it's really supposed to work. Well, is it anytime you need a Sharpie, you can never find a damn Sharpie? Do you own Sharpies? It might simply be that you need to buy some. I, myself, have not needed a Sharpie. On a 100-pack of Sharpies, you can't find one? Yeah, but did you buy them and then keep them, or did you buy them and then, you know, just kind of put them somewhere?
You may speak, bounty hunter.
God, you do not like me.
Turridus Esdrecus is dead. You have also recovered the stolen Punavit. Good. Promise, here's your payment. Gold isn't usually given as a reward in Induril tradition. However, I believe you deserve something more than a customary exchange of goods.
100 gold. Think your sister eats Sharpies? More evidence that she's an alien? But Vintage, if she's your sister, That means you're an alien too. And if you're an alien, then I'm afraid you and I are enemies, because I'm a homegrown monster. I won't abide any outer space shenanigans. On the planet, I have done great work to make hospitable for the old ones. For a specific old one. Stepsister? Oh, I've been there. I had a stepsister once. It's weird to call someone your former step-sibling. And it invites a lot of... It also exposes a lot of information about someone close to me. Sorry for your loss? She's fine. Last I heard. I'm pretty sure she's an EMT now. It's just she's not my sister anymore. That's the part I was saying. Was maybe divulging a little more information than some people are comfortable with. Any more? Not any outstanding bounties at the moment. Alright, cool.
Walk with me.
Congrats and condolences? Honestly, neither. Honestly, she was probably the best part of the whole thing. I did not care for my step-parent. I don't think either of my step-parents have been great people. But technically, actually, I've had 3, but I don't know this newest one.
You want something?
I know her taste isn't great. Found just the adapter she needed. Bad news. When the fuck is your Sharpie? The eternal question. Okay, kinda don't know what else to do at this point. I could try going to Vol, I guess. Maybe they've got something. There's not a lot of people at Vol, but I can look. Favorite Pathfinder class? Please don't ask why. I mean, favorite is hard to pin down. It's weird, because each class has so much to it, and so many, like, archetypes that completely change it. I genuinely don't think I could tell you a favorite for Pathfinder. Not to mention, I've gotten to actually play Pathfinder very, very little. Because all Pathfinder groups I try to join disband before the first game for reasons usually unrelated to me. I say usually. Sure, I've been the problem at least once or twice. Strange dreams? Oh, the dreams were ended when Dagothor was slain. I do not know. Should ask a member of the temple, or an Ashlander. They're right about everything else, weren't they? Say Wrath of the Righteous specifically.
I'm listening.
That really doesn't narrow it down, Bathwater. I'm real sorry to say. The game, not the tabletop adventure. I knew what you meant. Like, damn it, what's it called? There's one where you can pick an element and control it. I think that's kind of fun. Though it's... for the sake of the game, you have to water down some of the more... yeah, some of the stuff you can do with it. I think I tried to build with that for a while. Rumors? No, the Induril have been worried about the House Flalu sending spies to settlements in eastern Anthirin. Hope they don't find any here. Last thing Vol needs is a bunch of angry soldiers from Roadia coming here for an investigation. Found your Sharpie. Way to go. Everybody clap. Is the only rumor you know. Good to know. Alright, I didn't think Vol was gonna have much, but... I was hoping it would have something. Tell you what, why don't I go to that weird, Daedra place? Was it Daedra? Clap with your hands, not with... Never mind. Not with what, bathwater? What else do I have to clap with, bathwater? I don't know of anything else I could clap with. Let me be clear. I specifically... Tail? How the fuck am I gonna clap with that? You think these ends touch? Okay, I have to be right back for a minute. I'm very sorry. Try it? I'll see while I'm away. Just a minute. Actually, never mind. They literally, right when I was saying that, they sent me... Someone was asking me for help with something, but then they immediately sent me a follow-up. You can wait till you're finished. And the same BRB screen? It's a simple one I found somewhere. It's literally just the please stand by old, like, color test
Annoying
screen.
Outlanders.
Remembers? Oh, great, another one of these people. This is not where I thought it was.
Do I like you? Clearly not.
Yeah, the problem has resolved itself. Alexia's this way, huh? Well, I have a... you know, I just have this sneaking suspicion that, Ah, damn it. I knew I shouldn't have bought from that weird-talking Khajiit. He was wearing a weird hat. A weird, funny hat. Said he was lying about something. I wasn't paying attention. It sold me a map with just a hole in it. There's just a goddamn hole in the map. Something tells me the road's gonna be closed. I don't know why. Hell is this?
What
What
is it now?
Alright, another person who doesn't get the Nerevarine is real script update. Ah. That's weird. There's supposed to be nothing but land for miles and miles. I think there's something wrong with, reality here. I blame that Khajiit for this. I don't know how he did it, but he managed to make a map that's completely accurate and completely wrong. You know what the fuck's going on down there? Don't question it. Got it. Vivek drowned a little too much, but I already stabbed Vivek repeatedly in multiple parts of his body until he stopped talking. Forever. Oh. I'm not bothering to repair that, I don't care. Just for XP, I guess. What the hell? Armor Centurion. That's new. Never seen one of these in Vardenfell. Wemmer Armor's Hammer. Cool. Never seen one of those on Vardenfell either. Actually, anywhere, in fact. Willing to bet I'll never see one again. The boy about to have slaved a year of his life away at Cain's. Cain's? Raisin Cain's? I don't understand why the balls are more durable than the Centurions. Huh? Except sometimes when they're not. Light Dwarven Shock Darts. I'm good. Bolts. I'm good. Wimmer not saying that sword. I'm good. Ooh, ooh! Thank you for the raid, Puppy Celeste Mimi. Let me give you a shout out real quick. Hey, hey, welcome in. I think you've raided in before? Morrowind Peak game? Yeah, I'm playing the Tamriel Rebuilt mod right now. Shout you out real quick. What were you up to? You were playing some Genshin. Ah, cool, cool. I haven't played Genshin in a very long time. Still play Honkai, though. Or, Star Rail, I should say. Honkai's not descriptive enough. Fun game? Yeah, I just fell off of it. Not to say I fell off of Hoyo at all. Star Rail still has me in a chokehold. Play it, I stream it whenever there's a new update. Is that why that land 404? Oh yeah, it's because the mod's not actually done. That's the actual reason. Did I not explain that, Vintage? Sorry. Play Impact 3rd, so yeah. I've not played Impact 3rd. I really need to, because there's... Especially right now, there's so much of that that's relevant to Star Rail. You did while you were AFK? I mean, I've not really been explaining it on stream too much. Need to eat dinner? Have fun? Alright, puppy, thanks for dropping in. Anyone from her stream, you need to go get dinner, go get anything. You go do what you gotta do. Raw gold. Hoard. 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 For those sticking around, I am Fish. I am Merfolk VTuber. I've been playing Elder Scrolls games... Actually, since Thanksgiving of last year is when I started on Arena. Like, streaming them. And I beat Arena. I cannot recommend it to anyone. It's not a game that's, like, aged well. And on modern hardware, it's actually way more difficult, because if the game runs too fast, all the enemies start moving way faster, too. Makes it very difficult to play. After that, I played Daggerfall, and I played the Unity Daggerfall, and that was quite nice. I enjoyed that once I really figured out how it worked. And I played Morrowind, which I had played a bit before, but I had never beaten. And I beat it. And then recently, when the Oblivion Remaster dropped, I played that. I didn't like it that much. I beat it. But, it reminded me of all the stuff that Skyrim did better and Morrowind did better. which is almost everything. And so I decided to come back to Morrowind. And, bit of my running thing is, until Oblivion, I've been playing as this same Argonian throughout all the games. Arena just needs a Unity remake. There's someone working on it. The one problem is that, well, the person working on it is one person, and they also are a programmer for, like, a full actual game. Like, they're one of the lead programmers for Darkest Dungeon 2. Which I think is still getting DLC stuff, so they're a bit busy. Hey, I looked into it. One person doing the Lord's work? Yep. Maybe if it ever gets finished, I'll give it a look-see. See if it's any more playable. But it's still Arena. Just probably more modernized. And I suppose the biggest problems with Arena are still in original Daggerfall, and were fixed in the Unity thing, so... This was cool. I imagine there's a quest to be here at some point. Would be someone working on Darkest Dungeon 2? Why do you say that, Vintage? Is there something about that masochistic game that invites Arena players? Or Arena creators? When I say masochistic game, honestly, I'm talking about both. Dwemer rubber? They got rubber? Oh, hey, this is another place I didn't go. To dungeon crawler nerds? Fair enough. Hey, that these are locked separately. Yeah, I was mentioning that, for my Arena playthrough, and my Daggerfall playthrough, and this Morrowind playthrough, I played as Ngoth. In his different iterations. Ngoth the first, the second, and the third. It's all the same guy, he just gets a new name every time he goes to a new area. But because of the mention that the Nerevarine is apparently off in Akavir during the events of Oblivion, I decided to play as someone else for that, along with how Oblivion ends. Or, specifically, how the Shivering Isles ends. Now, decided, because he's been made immortal by the Corpus, he'll come back for Skyrim. Won't that be fun? Ageless or immortal? Ageless, biologically immortal. Like, he does not age anymore. In fact, by this time, he should have been in his 60s, but now he's just way better. And in fact, the Corpus says, well, I'll let you look at his strength and endurance stats to tell you what the Corpus did to him. Yeah, that, 205 endurance is pretty nice. 263 strength is pretty nice. Yes, he's not literally immortal. The Dragon Girls in Akavir make him Dragonborn? I'll get to that. I mean... my mental... like, the way I'm doing it in my brain is... that he's literally not Dragonborn until he comes back, and the Nine finally have another puppet again. Though he is not the most willing puppet they've had, by a long shot. Dragonborn comes from the time travel shenanigans. It is argued... there is the theory, because of how Akavir was described at one point, that, Akavir is described by one of the, main lore guys as being the future. It might literally be the next Kalpa, which means he might literally be time travel nonsensing. Alternatively, the fact that he was present for the Numidium Dragon Break might have done it even worse. Every time he tries to think about what he did in the Iliac Bay and... Ah, damn it, I seized up and fell off another building. Thank God for these calves. Thank the Hist specifically. Better than the gods, actually. He steps onto Tamriel's shores for the first time in decades, and Akatosh violates him with a new dragon soul. Fuck. Yeah. Akatosh tried to do that to Legathog. In fact, I will argue he did do it to Legathog by him just being there next to the avatar of Akatosh during all of that. Just Legathog went elsewhere. May finally be what takes his histiness away. Or maybe it was already gone. I'm deciding on that. Yeah, this job totally moving into an apartment near there. Apartment near where? Near your job? That'd be cool. You mean near Akavir, that's just impressive. Got that out. Oh, the radio station. Okay, yeah, I assumed. Downtown? Yeah, I don't know where you live, Vintage. I don't know if you've realized this. No earthly idea. And that's not me asking you either. Ah, wonder who this guy was. Missing a gold piece is what he is. Haha. Hundred-year-old building. Think the architecture is neat? Enemies nearby, can't wait to restore my magic. How about if I'm over here? Enemies have gotten closer. Oh, this ghost. Okay. Wow. You phase through the door? I guess you are a ghost. That's not that weird the more I think about it. The spoopy ghost! It's a apparition! This Indral legal document lists various interpretations and elaborations on laws ordained. Sounds like something someone might want at some point. Chant skill, sweet. I don't think they fed this guy. You know, flesh people still need food, right? Sweet gemstones. I'm sure your magic did something, I just don't give a shit. Bunch of clayware. A lot of skeletons in here. Wraith of Relgis Darathril. Steel Staff of Chastening. I guess. I feel like this was a quest place. It totally brought back the Skeliscreech from Daggerfall. The... Yeah, that would be fucking horrific. I kind of prefer it being gone. I'm gonna level with you. Miscellaneous legal proclamation. Sure, someone wants that. Someone somewhere wants that shit. Staff of Reckoning. Sucks for whoever's playing it. You're not. Sure are. You're not, but I sure am. Oh, Grand Soul Gem. Scroll of Didala's Knack. Charm 0 to 24 for 30. It's not very useful. Yeah, I'm sure some guy somewhere wants this legal document crap for Indorel. Now just hang on to it till someone asks. Aye, acrobatics, baby. They put in all of Tamriel? No, this is mainly just the Morrowind mainland, and not all of it, by a long stretch, but a lot of it. Like, everything that's off this island is new. I think Almalexia, the actual city, would be in here somewhere, so it's actually kind of a low priority for them to do this, because that's where a DLC already does. They have a sister project that's doing, specifically making, like, a for-the-time, lore-accurate Cyrodiil, and I think that's also in a playable state. Oh yeah, ESO? I mean... I don't fully despise ESO. I think there's parts of it I don't agree with, like the new Daedric Prince they made for it. I think that was dumb. But I don't get mad about the alliances. Goal is to do all of Tamriel one day. I think ES7 will be out before they can do that. Probably not any day soon. Yeah, I think they're gonna have to leave that to their grandkids with how long that's gonna friggin' take.
Do I care?
Like, barring Bethesda hiring them to keep doing this, like, full-time, I do not see... Where even is ES7 anyway? I mean, 6 isn't even done yet, so... Walk from Cyrodiil to Morrowind before I die, I'll call it a win. That'd be pretty cool. They are physically connected. Try stuff at Almas Thyr, I guess. Actually, I haven't really gone to Rilsoan. Let's try going over there. Bam, bam, bam. Nair, nair, nair. Not too far off from completing the Morrowind mainland. Whether or not they finish Cyrodiil is another matter. Takes place in Hammerfell, too? What takes place in Hammerfell?
Do you want something?
Here for hospitality, so just turning your eyes north.
Kind of scared we're gonna Starfield it. ES6 is gonna be in Hammerfell? I have heard so many conflicting reports on what ES6 is gonna be, I genuinely don't know. Only the same crew's been working this project since it began anyway. I think there's only one original member. Don't know where Test 6 will take place. Yeah, I didn't think they'd announced that officially.
Rumors? Taking over the eastern lighthouse at Almathir and station soldiers there. Only a matter of time until the Canton city would be dragged in the conflict between House Ender and House Flalu.
Hammerfell's a theory, but it's not a very strong theory because they have nothing to go off of. Yeah, I mean, the best we can say is it's very unlikely they're gonna redo a place they already did. Like, I don't see Morrowind, and I don't see Cyrodiil, and I don't see Skyrim happening again. Like, that's the most we can really say. Like, technically all of them appeared in Arena, but they really didn't. Like, Hammerfell got a decent amount of mention in, like, Skyrim. Like, as a place where some interesting stuff could be happening. So it's not a bad idea. I would definitely not... I wouldn't turn my nose up at Hammerfell. But they have done games in Hammerfell before, just not a main one. So it's iffy. Like I said, I wouldn't be mad at it. But it wouldn't be that new. Elder Scrolls 6, Skyrim 2, Boogaloo. Daggerfall was in Hammerfell? Partially. Daggerfall was the Iliac Bay, which was partially in Hammerfell, but not wholly. I think Hammerfell is a reasonable guess, because Hammerfell repelled the Thalmor, seceded from the Empire, so it's currently a politically interesting province. Yeah, that's what I was referring to when I said there's, like, interesting stuff going on in Hammerfell that they could do stuff with. Let me smell you again or you're dead to see. Wonder what this is about. Hey, terribly sorry, Outlander, but you have to leave for your own good now.
Go ahead. I'm waiting.
That fucking...
I've trifled with you long
You gave me a quarter of a second to think about it. Damn, that sea smells like shit. This must be her. This must be C. Smelled like a bitch, acted like one too. Hey, alright, fine, I'll leave. Just give me a minute. Yeah, yes. Stab me. I'm waiting, smack. That was your problem. And you waited for shit. Yeah, you're right. Like, that was no waiting whatsoever. No warning. I know who the fuck you are, but you're dead because you annoyed me. The greatest sin anyone can do. Diary contains the information about the life and criminal activities of Morin Gilna. Hermana's gonna drive me nuts. How many times do I have to tell her that we must obtain some jewelry for tomorrow's shipment, not those ponderous weapons? Guess I'll have to do this on my own. As always, what a bunch of sucklings. Alright, Morin. Just this shipment, you're gonna be in Narcissus. Just put on this foolish robe you stole from a temple a few days ago and go fishing. Huh, that's how the professionals work. Apparently that Outlander woman has got herself into some real problems with the guards. At least some moral consolation after the hours of talking to that foreign scum. Narcissus, here comes your new noble. What a dick. Sure this is related to a quest. Outlander, I'm not supposed to be here. I'm a gentleman, I am. I'm a man of property. Let me go free and I'll make you rich. Sure, why not? Let's get the key from Sarugi Senshi, the Pirate King. Oh, you do have one of those on you. Alright, keep this closed. If any of them come back, just pretend you didn't notice. Pirate King, you say? Fuck is this? Titan Pioneer Helm. Weird. Arid King. Oh yeah, he did have a key on him. Alright, here you go. Thank you very much. Meet me up north in Old Ebonheart for your reward. Be at the Bririca Private Bank.
A warm welcome to you.
Works for me. Honestly, I was just fucking around here. Also, pirate? I don't see a place for a goddamn boat anywhere. That is the bare minimum to be a pirate. You gotta be a thief on a boat. Ah, fuck. The weird friggin' mask wing thing. How's this? Alright, just tree stumps. Alright. Damn cliff racers. Someone should just get rid of all of them. Every single one. Would anyone miss them? Answer no. Hi there.
You won't escape me that easily.
Nalia Knizia. Yeah, I can swim. Mains underwater. Skulls on pikes underwater. Yeah, that's classic Drech. Round corpses. I mean, if you drowned, you're a corpse, but I suppose it's telling you what kind of corpse it is rather than what kind of drowned it is. So I'm not gonna get on it for calling them both. Those things aren't, like, mutually required both ways. Just a pearl and a clam. Goth pried that shit open with his fingers. That's what having over 250 strength lets you do, people. Pry open an oyster with just fucking grip strength. Do you guys know the Drach were here, or... Clearly didn't know what armor was.
Will die here.
Holy shit! Knocked that guy across the room. List Gramurda. Crossbow of Sureflight. Fortify marksman, damage health on touch. I don't know why he went flying. Where's a Farvel? Study on Drach. Ooh, block splitter. Sweet. But I kind of don't need them anymore. They'll be useful if I don't if I can't wait in a location. Gold ore weighs too much. Oh, sweet, I got another one of those. It's had one of the cursed gems here. Thurman 28. Light armor increased to 11. Don't need it, but cool. Expensive Imperial cap. Alright. Learning how to wear a fancy hat? But then you died. Oops. Oop. Founders, but nah. Wonder who that was. Ritters. I'll get Ritters you. Got him. Nah. Oh, fucks with RNG on my shit. Cannon's Wake. Mysterious Akavir. I keep finding books about Mysterious Akavir. Makes me want to make it less mysterious. I'm sure I will go there alone, and all mysteries will be gone by the time I get back. Totally how it's gonna work. That was fun. Whee! Owie. Let's, I suppose, go back to old Ebonheart. There's actually stuff for me to do there. Close to here. Definitely way faster than walking the whole way. Got a cursed ruby, which... Did he say that was one he'd already done? I think he said diamonds and pearls were the ones he'd already done. Is that a Pokemon joke? At least I think it was a ruby that was cursed. And give him something, give a little progress. Also talk to the guy in the bank. Next manor. Rurica Private Bank. There you are. As promised, and got the third reward. Thank you once more. Sweet.
Impressive. These
Helseth
globes
hosts
that you
Sargonian
wear.
emissary. Oh, is this about me? Owing rising tensions in the Arnesian border regions, High King Hlalu Helseth hosted the Argonian emissary to Morrowind, Imkalaya. In a state banquet at the Royal Palace of Mournhold. Spokesperson for the king told reporters the pair discussed the situation along the Morrowind Black Marsh border. King expressed his regret that House Dress declined to send their own representatives to participate in the discussion. Arnesian jungle remains a hotbed for conflict. Zargonian irregulars continue to raid Dark Elf caravans. Sucks to be them. Seems unlikely the cycle of violence will die down anytime soon. The resentment about territory lost some 30 years ago still festers among the local Argonian tribes, and the Dark Elves continue to uphold the barbaric practice of slavery. Alright, this was written by Imperials, so of course it would actually be slightly unbiased on that front, wouldn't it? Gotta love the Empire for that one. The, Cursed Gem guy. I was a diamond? Alright. That was the only one I had, sorry. Hey, little scrib. I managed to squeak out more stuff to do in this kind of zone. But I think I'm kind of like... I think it's a bit barren at this point. I might try going to... Akamora seems like a bad idea, though. It's connected to friggin' Necrom, which looks cool, but I imagine I'm gonna get real pissed real fast about a lot of stuff there. Mainly the parts where I'm not gonna be directed towards shit. Just gonna have to guess. We'll see. But I think that's going to do it for this one. I'm going to stop the recording for YouTube here. As always, thank you so much for coming if you came. If you didn't come, you don't get a thank you. Well, why, YouTube?